Of all the things I've seen on the battlefields of the frontier, the pilot is the true dominant force. Fast and agile. Graceful, yet devastating. Perceptive, resourceful, and relentless. A pilot sees the world differently. Sheer walls become flanking routes. Pilots fight differently. Experienced in deception and maneuver, even overwhelming odds shift in their favor. But what truly separates the pilot from all the grunts and machines of the battlefield is the bond between a pilot and a Titan. When linked to a Titan, a pilot can only be stopped by overwhelming force, or an equal. The frontier has been the only home I've ever known. For years, our lands have been destroyed by the IMC, forcefully taking our resources, polluting and destroying our planets, and killing us off if we try to resist. Despite recent victories at Demeter and beyond, we have a long way to go before the IMC is defeated. Now, I serve as a rifleman in the militia, fighting to free the frontier. I'm a long way from becoming a pilot. But when that day comes, I hope I can live up to the honor.
Similar to its predecessor, TitanFall 2 is a first-person shooter where players can control both a pilot and their Titan mecha-style robots that stand roughly 7 to 10 meters tall. The pilot has a large variety of abilities that enhance their abilities during combat. All pilots have a jump kit which assists with parkour, double jumping, and wall running. Pilots have more specific abilities unique to each class, which augment their offensive and defensive ability, such as a grappling hook for enhancing mobility, or a holographic visual cloaking device. Pilots use their jump kits to run on walls, movement, which can be chained together to travel between locations quickly. The game introduces several new gameplay mechanics. These include a movement system that allows players to slide on the ground, the Pulse Blade, which is a throwing knife that reveals the locations of any nearby enemy, the Holo Pilot, a holographic pilot that mimics players' actions to confuse enemies, and a grappling hook, which can be used to slingshot players to a building or reel in an enemy it attaches to. The pilots have a large arsenal of gadgets and weapons, such as shotguns, submachine guns, pistols, and grenades to fight their enemies. At close range, players can execute their opponents from behind in a short animation with a melee attack. Melee attacks are always instantly fatal should they connect. Titans are significantly less mobile than the pilots, but they have stronger firearms and superior protection. Replacing the 3 classes featured in the first Titanfall, 6 Titans were introduced at launch: Ion, Scorch, Northstar, Ronin, Tone, and Legion, with Monarch being introduced in the May of 2017 Monarch's Ring DLC. Ion uses a directed energy arsenal and makes use of a shield that can catch then reflect enemy projectile attacks. Scorch engages in combat using area denial incendiary weaponry and indirect fire thermite mortar. Northstar excels in long-range precision attacks with a charged railgun and sets movement restriction traps, and is the only Titan with the ability to leave the ground and hover. Ronin specializes in close-quarter combat using a lead wall shotgun and a sword. Tone focuses on mid-range combat with its target-locking weapons. Legion uses a rotary cannon designed for sustained fire at both mid and close range. Finally, Monarch, added post-release via downloadable content, is a Vanguard-class chassis that can steal power from other Titans to power up its own defensive shield. The Titans have their own movesets, which are different from those of the pilots. For instance, they can dodge quickly to evade attacks. Titanfall 2 has a single-player story campaign as well as a multiplayer.
Practice more if you want, then head to the gauntlet. Alright, got a new gauntlet for you to run today. Part time is 2 minutes. Follow the ghost and find your own path. Pilots have to strike a balance in combat. Speed is paramount, but you must also hit your target. The gauntlet is where we practice those skills, until they're second nature. Remember, move faster when you're wall running. Give it a try. Nice run. See the results board on the wall? You set a new best time. Everyone has different strengths and weaknesses, so be sure to run this a few times with different weapons. Look at the results board for more tips on how to improve. Now that you're warmed up, if you want a real challenge, you can race against other pilot ghosts. Word of warning though, the pilots who recorded these ghosts are the best in the SRS. If you can beat them, you'll be on your way to being a real pilot. Go ahead and run the gauntlet as much as you want. When you're done, I've got something special to show you. All done with the gauntlet?
I'm ready to see what's next.
Good. You're gonna like this. It's time you learn the other half of being a pilot. The Titan. Let's go call one in.
Aren't pilots the only ones allowed to do that?
It's only a simulation, Rifleman. It's not the real thing. But first, we're gonna need a little more space. That's my partner, BT. He's a Vanguard class. Homegrown militia technology. First Titan chassis we designed ourselves. One we didn't have to steal from the IMC. Go ahead, Rifleman. Call on your first Titan. Look up to the sky. There he is. All right, Rifleman. Sounds like it's about to hit the fan. I'm pulling you out.
Powering down all non-essential systems.
Cooper, ready up. Easy, Cole. He just left VR. He needs a minute to decompress. He'll be ready to go. Trust me.
All personnel
Yes, sir.
to battle stations. This is not a drill.
Heads up. They're killing us. Trying to, anyway. Good session in there. You'll get the hang of it someday. We'll make a pilot out of you yet, Rifleman. But not today. No time.
Lastimosa.
Anderson,
You son of a bitch. See you down there.
we're going to see a new planet today. Maybe even die on it. See you down there, Rifleman. Good luck.
Get your ass out of the sim pod, Cooper. Meet at the dropship.
We have been ambushed by AOD at Planet Typhon. The intel is wrong. Portside, we're taking hit. No ordinary research operation. We are going down. Repeat, we are going down. Portside, move on. I'm seeing a ton of anti-orbital defenses. None of it was decompression on deck 529. All hands abandon ship. All hands abandon. Get to the lifeboat. We're going down. We're going down. This is the MCS James McCandlish. We are going down. I repeat, we are going down. They're jamming us hard. We're not getting through.
Mark 8 lifeboat. Medical activated. Occupant, militia rifleman, class 3, Jack Cooper.
Stabilize. 250 milligrams of fentanyl administered. Caution. Temporary side effects. Nausea, dizziness, impaired motor coordination.
We got more IMC structures coming! Are we near the drop zone? We don't worry about the target!
I got a fix on your location. On my way.
IMC site required.
Cooper, you're in bad shape. Hold on. This might knock you out, but you should be okay when you wake up.
Lastimosa, hostile Titans inbound. Apex predators.
Copy that, BT. Mercenaries. Stay down, Cooper. BT, let's go.
We have 18 hours. 18 hours until the Ark is sealed and ready for delivery. Oi, Richter! Leave the corpses alone, you sick bastard. We've got a job to do, eh? We make corpses, we don't clean them up. Let's go!